Hello, my name's Barry Ayres. I'm the owner engineer of Pro-powerflushing.Co.uk. We professionally power flush central heating systems throughout the northwest UK area. We thought we'd make a very quick video this morning just explaining what power flushing is, the benefits of power flushing and the problems it can solve in your central heating system. That's the reason we're holding this, so please keep watching the video for more details. A magnet, we actually have this magnet hooked up while we're power flushing the central heating system. This is placed on the return pipe to the power flushing pump. It goes in there at the start of the power flush nice and clean, and it usually comes out like this, full of metal, rust and corrosion. This is from a job we actually done on Friday. We thought we'd leave it on there just to show you what's in your central heating system basically. This is what destroys pumps, destroys valves, clogs heat exchangers up and generally causes mayhem in your central heating system, including blocking your radiators and pipes up. Okay, we'll just put that back for a minute. This is a pipe which was taken from a central heating system we power flushed about 2 years ago. It's completely block solid with rust and corrosion, stopping the circulation through the customer's central heating system. We actually cut this piece of pipe out and we put a new piece of pipe in for the customer. We do actually go the extra mile just to restore circulation, you know, as and when we can. This is a diverter valve out of a combination boiler which is seized solid just due to rust and corrosion. This is a pump housing and rotor. Again, all the rust and corrosion on there. It had actually broken the rotor as well, broken the shaft because of the rust and corrosion in the pump. This is a plate heat exchanger out of a combination boiler. Now, if you've got hot water problems in your combination boiler, the boiler may be turning on and off, cycling, or your water may be going hot and cold, etc. These are sometimes to blame. We actually take these out of the combination boilers and flush them separately. Now, not all power flush companies do that. We do that, and we don't charge you any extra for doing that. We'll also mention we're fully gas safe registered, which is pretty important, which basically means we can get right into your boiler and give it the best possible flush we can. You know, we sometimes have to take components off, such as gas valves and things, to get at these, to give them a good flush. We've just put the magnet on bypass. We're going to take a look at it, see what we're pulling out the system. Oh yeah, wow, look at that. Now that's what's coming out the system. That's what's running through the pipework, the radiators, the boiler. You know, you imagine that metal and rust. There's some fairly big pieces in here as well. You imagine that running through your combination boiler, your diverter valve or your pump. You know, eventually it's just going to wreck it. Metal that's inside your central heating system, you know that power flushing is about removing all that rust, corrosion and metal. So then you're left with the benefits of the power flush. And the benefits are a more reliable central heating system, less breakdowns of your central heating system, less money spent on components such as this, quicker heat up times for your hot water and your central heating system, a quieter boiler, less money spent on energy costs, lower gas bills, and generally a really nice revived central heating system. Pro boiler's just back to this job in Bury. We've actually taken the plate heat exchanger off for this customer. We put our adapters on it and we're going to flush that separately shortly. Okay. We honestly believe we're one of the best power flush companies in the country. We've literally done hundreds of power flushes over the years and we have achieved fantastic results for our customers. We're fully gas safe registered, which is very important. We can get right into the boiler and give it a really good flush. Our prices are up to 50% cheaper than the major utility companies such as British Gas. Our work is fully certificated to BS 7593 standard. You will receive a certificate of the power flush on completion stating that the power flush has been done and it's been done correctly. This is all okay with your utility company contract such as British Gas. Most of our customers are in fact British Gas customers. Quite a lot of radiators, quite large radiators as well. The customer's a British Gas contract customer. and they've advised him that he needs a power flush. They've recently fitted a new pump, which was starting to fail because of the rust and sludge in the system, and that's why we're here. We're just here to clean it all out, give it a good power flush, and you know, certificate the system to be a standard. Best equipment and chemicals for our power flushing work, being the Camco range of pumps and chemicals. We also use FLIR thermal imaging cameras. That's because we can get a good look inside your boiler, see what's going on, and give it the best possible. Using a FLIR thermal camera on here, this helps us identify blockages as well. And this was the inlet pipe to the hot water. The areas we cover for our power flushing service, we're actually based in Bramall in Cheshire, and we cover a 60 to 70 mile radius of our hometown. So we cover Cheshire, Lancashire, parts of Derby, parts of Stafford and parts of Yorkshire for our power flushing service. If you want any advice, if there's anything you're not sure about, just give me a call or give me an email through the website. We're always happy to hear from you. I may tag a few videos onto this video and take a look at them if you want to see more of power flushing and what's involved. Thank you very much for watching the video, and hopefully I'll hear from you soon. Thank you very much. 353 we're at a job today in New Moston. It's a combination boiler, contract customer, and we're just about to start a power flush. We've just took the connections off to the boiler. There's a lot of rust in the system, so we're just going to show you that before we actually start the power flush. We're going to hook in through the main flow and return to the boiler, and then we're going to flush the system separately also. Okay, we're just going to get on with the job and we'll get back to you later. Thanks. Hi Barry, it's Pro-powerflushing. Okay, just back to this job in New Moston, Manchester. We've started the power flush now. The water is absolutely completely rusty. It's a combination boiler system. It's one of the worst I've seen. So it really did need a power flush. I suspect that, you know, over the years someone's updated the system with a combination boiler and they've not actually power flushed the system properly. So that's what we're doing today, to get all the rust and sludge out of the system. Okay, we'll just talk about that a little bit more, because, you know, if you've had a new boiler fitted, or you're thinking of having a new boiler fitted, you really need to get the system power flushed properly, because as you can see, it just doesn't make sense not to get it power flushed properly. There's another point worth to mention. If you've got a new boiler and the boiler breaks down in the first few years, and the company come along, find a load of rust and sludge in the boiler and the heat exchanger or the diverter valve, wherever, it will invalidate your warranty. So, you know, it's just really not worth having a new boiler fitted without getting it power flushed properly. We know a lot of heating engineers, they'll come along, they'll give you a good quote for your new boiler, and competitive quote, but you know, a lot of them won't flush it properly. We're not talking about all heating engineers, of course, but we know an awful lot of them don't actually bother to power flush the system. They'll run a bit of mains water through it, a little bit of chemical, but in all honesty it's just not good enough. This is purging the system, really, you know, getting it out at high velocity, a lot of flow rate going around the whole central heating system, and you know, that's what it's all about, getting it all nice and clean. Okay, the areas we cover the whole of the northwest UK area. We go down to Stafford as well. Price wise, we're up to 50% cheaper than the major utility companies like British Gas, etc. It's done 100% profit. It's all pH and TDS certificated to BS standard. So, you know, we actually believe we're one of the best companies in the country for power flushing the system. Okay, so we're just going to get on with the job. We've got a lot to do, and we'll get back to you later on. Thanks. Hi Barry, it's Pro-powerflushing. Back to this job in New Moston. We're just going to show you the dump hose now. We'll show you exactly what's coming out of the system, what will be going down the drain. It's bypassing through the magnet first. We'll show you that later. We'll just dump it slowly for now. There you are. Can you see that? What's coming out? All the rust that's in the system. Sometimes they're black, sometimes they're brown and rusty. This one is obviously very rusty system. It's never had another added. And if you imagine that running around your system and just running through the boiler, through the diverter valve, etc., and that's what wrecks your boiler. Okay, so that's what we're here for, to get all that out of your system. Okay, we're just going to get on with the job, and we'll get back to you later. Hi Barry, it's Pro-powerflushing. We'll just show you this. It's we're lucky today, we're underneath the porch, so that's good. We've carried the pipes upstairs, up through the kitchen window there, because the boiler's upstairs in the bathroom. We've not just hooked in through a radiator the cheap way. We're actually going through the main flow and return to the boiler. We've had to disconnect the pipes, etc., make some fittings to tap into the main flow and return, and then we're going to flush the boiler separately after we flush the system. Okay, we'll just get back on with the job and we'll get back to you later. Thanks. Hi barriers, we're just showing you the chemicals we use, only the best chemicals. We don't use any cheap chemicals. We use Camco chemicals for the Powerflush and Sentinel X100 inhibitor. After we've done the system, and after the water's all nice and clean and purged nice and clean, we add the Sentinel X100. Okay, so we're just going to add some chemical now. This is the cleaner. Going to let that circulate around for a while, and that will work on the radiators. The powerflushing takes most of the day. We don't rush the job, we're here to get results, and we need to put the time in to get the results. We need to let that run through the radiator system for many hours basically. If someone's coming along and they're doing a powerflush really quickly, basically they're just not doing the job properly. The powerflush takes most of the day to do the job 100% properly. Okay, just get on with the job. We're going to show you the magnet shortly. Expect that to be fairly heavy with the colour of the water, and we'll see what we've picked up. Okay, hi barriers, Pro-powerflushing. Okay, the chemical's starting to work. We've isolated some of the radiators, so the flow will be diverted to the radiators that are left open, and they'll be getting chemically cleaned inside with a powerflush. We're just going to isolate this magnet now, and we'll take a look at it. Okay, hi barriers. Okay, we've just put this magnet on bypass. I'm going to take it out, have a look at it. Oh wow, look at that, that is unbelievable. It's absolutely full of rust and sludge. No wonder the customer was having actual problems with this boiler. I think it was discharging through the side. You got a feeling the PRV failed on it, and it was discharging a lot of brown water, and also the hot water is a little bit inconsistent, and that's because all this has been running through it, running through all the diverter valves. You can see there's some fairly big chunks of rust, iron oxide rust. Now you imagine that running through your boiler, your radiators, your pipe work, especially your boiler. A little combination boiler with a small, the small waterways and the plate heat exchangers and the diverter valve, and the pump. Eventually that's just going to wreck it. All this running through the system, and that's what's running through your system. If you've not had it powerflushed, that is going to be running through your central heating system, and that's what powerflushing is all about. Okay, we're just going to get on with the job and we'll get back to you later. Thanks. Check that magnet 30 minutes ago. We've just put it on bypass again. You notice there's a heavy system, there's a lot of rust and debris in it, so we're just going to check it again, and this is 30 minutes later, and there's a load more rust and sludge on it. It's got thicker, that magnet, and it's getting it all out. No, powerflushing isn't only for newer systems. It's not just the combination boilers, systems, etc. It's for old systems as well. We actually like doing old systems, ideal Mexicos, things like that, because they clean up well. An old system, open vented, it's going to have a lot of rust and sludge in it, and they usually clean up really, really well. Okay, sometimes you'll need a pump, a new pump, if it's been pushing a lot of rust and sludge around the system. Obviously that wears pumps out. But if you get a good powerflush on your old system and a new pump, the chances are it's going to work really, really well. Okay, we're just going to get on with the job and we'll get back to you later. Thanks. Rinse through the system now, rinse all the rust and sludge and chemical out of the system. We've actually flushed the boiler separately, so we're just starting the rinsing process. Okay. Hi Barry, okay, there's water, it's nice and clear now. We've just taken the pH and TDS levels. We're going to add the inhibitor now. Okay, great to see it. Now this should be added to combination boiler system, sealed system, every 2 years. Okay, so we're going to let that circulate around for a bit. We can add it to the system like this because we've got some good isolation valves on the system, you know, we can trap it in the system basically. Okay, Sentinel X100, a really good inhibitor. Alright, we'll just get on with the job and we'll get back to you later, thanks. Hi Barry, it's Pro-powerflushing. Okay, that's this power flush done now. The radiators are heating up nicely, as you can see. We've only just turned it on, and hot water, that'll just fire up in a minute. Hot water's much better as well now. We'll just let that fire up. And we've got some really nice hot water. So the power flush is a success. This was in New Mustang today in Manchester. So if you need any power flushing done in the Manchester area, just give me a call. Telephone number 07836 353 985. Okay, thanks.